Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're all doing well. In today's video, I am creating the founder of my Seasons Legacy Challenge. So if you don't know what the Seasons Legacy Challenge is, it is a 4-generation legacy challenge created by Genova Sims. And all the generations are based on the 4 seasons. So this is actually my first ever series what I'm doing for this channel, and I'm really excited to start this series with this sim. Her name is Flora Sugarplum, and she's really pretty. She's really different from the sims I usually make. I'm not really sure what I think. I gave her a lot of blush, what I typically don't give my sims, but I thought she looked cute and I don't really know what to think about it. I mean, it looks cute, so I'm gonna keep that way. So the first generation of this challenge is spring, and the color theme is pink and green. So that was kind of the color theme what I went for with our sim Flora here. I'm not gonna go into detail about the rules or anything. I will tell them in the first episode of this series. But I will explain in this video kind of Flora's backstory, like how she kind of got from like baby to this moment when she is a young adult and moving into her own house. So I'm going to explain that in this video, and in the first episode of this series I'm going to explain it in form of like screenshots what I took of her while I was playing her past and everything. But let me just get into Flora's story. So Flora's parents, Samuel and Thomas, met when they were a little bit older, when they were like in their like going into their 40s or something. They were exactly what they needed because both of them had like a heartbreak. So they were exactly what they needed at that moment, and they fall in love quickly. And after getting married, they thought to each other that they really wanted a child. So they decided to hire a surrogate. And that's how they got their one and only daughter, Flora. Flora had a really happy childhood growing up with her 2 dads. She grew up on a small farm, and her parents owned few animals, and that's what kind of sparked her love for animals. And she always knew that she would own her own animals whenever she moves into her own place. She always knew that she would own her own animals, and she really fell in love with animals. When Flora was 6 years old, she met her best friend Anju, who, fun fact, is actually the sim I made in my previous video. So they became best friends. They spent pretty much every day together, and they really loved spending time with each other. At a young age, Flora kind of discovered that she liked women as well, so she did declare herself bisexual. Even though she is labeled bisexual, she still is definitely more towards women than men, but she's still open to men despite her being kind of more into women. Her parents were really encouraging of her identity and really supported Flora through her time of discovering her identity and everything. When Flora was a teenager, she had romance with 3 different sims. Her first ever romance was with a girl called Cecilia. They were not that serious. They really enjoyed spending time together, but they weren't that serious like some other couples are. But they really enjoyed spending time together. They did break up because they did not feel like they were the right ones for each other, so they decided it was better to break up from each other. Her second relationship was with a girl called Natalie, and that was Flora's first ever relationship where she really enjoyed it, where she she felt head over heels for Natalie. They were really in love, really loved spending time together, and really felt this attraction towards each other. And Flora was even thinking about spending her rest of her lives with Natalie. They were together a little bit longer than Cecilia and Flora were, until Natalie kind of dumped Flora. What really broke Flora's heart, she was really confused because Natalie never really told her why she wanted to break up. So she was like really confused about everything, and she was heartbroken because she really loved Natalie and was really almost was thinking about being with Natalie forever. But sadly, Natalie did not have the same thoughts then. That was like what Flora thought it was. She never got like an answer why Natalie wanted to break up, but that's what Flora thought that was the reason, that Natalie wasn't not ready enough to Natalie did not feel the same towards Flora that she felt towards her. That night when she and Natalie break up, Flora kind of realized how codependent she had been with Natalie and really just needed someone. She really just needed someone to be on her side while she was kind of going through the breakup. So she called Anju, and they actually did have a night together. They kind of did have a little bit of romance. It was only one night, so it wasn't nothing like special, but they did woohoo a little bit and were kind of romantic together. The next morning, Anju did say to Flora that she really wanted just to be friends with Flora. She didn't want their relationship to be trashed because of them being romantic together, and they decided to kind of split up. And yeah, so Flora had kind of a complex love life. So the challenge starts when Flora is a young adult and she has just moved into her first ever own place in a small house for one person. It's in the Finchwick area of Henford and Bagley, and her goal is now to find her soulmate, go on and live on her own farm, own animals, and even grow a family on that farm. So that is Flora's goal right now, and that is pretty much everything about Flora. I don't have anything else to say about this video. I really hope you enjoyed watching this, and I hope I'll see you in my upcoming series, the Seasons Legacy Challenge. Again, this challenge was made by Genova Sims, so big thanks for her of making this channel. I will link her channel down below if you are interested. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the first episode of the Seasons Legacy Challenge. Bye!